Good morning. This is Luke, here to play some goddamn Netrunner. Got about slightly less than 3 hours of sleep after working all night, which is definitely enough sleep to be competing in a tournament for a very mentally taxing card game. Let's see how this goes. I believe things kick off properly in about 30 minutes. Let me bring up the ABR page. Double check that. And let me pull the chat up here. Ugh. I say as though, like, obviously, I just hit live at 9 a.m. on a Saturday morning. People are going to be flocking to be there the second I go live. But yes, let's see. Player meeting is at 11 a.m. Eastern, which is 10 a.m. my time. So yes, about 30 minutes from now. I think I'm going to end up having to futz with stream settings too, because I believe that they use like their own mirror of JNet to run these so that it doesn't get like overrun, like for bandwidth concerns. Let's see, where's the Netrunner Event Hub Discord, which I'm not pulling up on OBS because of obvious reasons. Let's see, I should also double check. I didn't buy my tickets to this, right? That'd be really embarrassing if I'm up this early and I forgot to actually buy tickets. Let's see. No, yeah, I did. Let's see. Showdown announcements. Or participate in the event. You don't need to buy a ticket, but if you want to receive prizes, you need a ticket. Yep. Cobra registration guide. That sounds like something I need to be looking at. Cobra webpage. Here we go. I have made some last minute adjustments to my Seb and my Melius U decks. We're going to find out if those were good changes or not. I have had a Buzzsaw in this Seb deck since I put it together. Well, not since I put it together, but since the Ashen ban, at least, maybe a little longer. And I have used it a couple times, but I have kind of realized that I hate ever installing it. Other than like some HB lists that have like a lot of sleep mirrors and scatter fields, I don't think it's that useful. And I think wait, did I not save this change last night when I was adjusting? Because I'm seeing a buzzsaw here. I think one Botulus is going to be more consistently useful. There might be games where I miss having the buzzsaw, but I think I'm going to prefer to have a Botulus more oftentimes. Oh, frog type games. Thank you so much. I will hopefully be at least annoying in defeat. Everyone thought they didn't have to worry about Seb anymore, and I'm here to make them continue worrying about Seb. I have dropped one transfer of wealth to make room for 2 copies of Dr. Nuka. We need draw power. Period. In some ways, I think 3 Nukas is excessive. I would love to have 2 Nukas. I think that is the sweet spot. But to even go to 2 Nukas, we have to drop a transfer of wealth. There are other things we could maybe spend 2 influence on, but when I was looking the other day, nothing really caught my eye. We can poke around right now. We don't have that much time, but just to see here, like, can we sort by influence? Yeah. Okay, so if we look at things that cost 2 influence, we've got... Wait, Aaron Maroon, why is this not just showing standard? Come on now, collection. Standard, thank you. Build. Going down to 2 influence. Air check, absolutely not. No. 1 backstitching might be kind of interesting, but no. Blueberry, no. Boomerang is like the one thing we could maybe see, but Botulus serves a very similar purpose. We don't have to spend influence doing it. Capybara makes no sense. Carmen makes no sense. Carpe Diem makes no sense. Cat's Cradle makes no sense. Chromatophores makes no sense. Clean Getaway, you could almost argue. Same with Coalescence, but I don't think either of them make that much sense. We're not hurting for money more often than not. So for the same reason, Concerto Creative Com make no sense. Compilation might be interesting, actually. I don't think we... No. Cyber Trooper Tolut, no. Daig, no. Debbie, no. Docklands Pass, like, maybe. DZ, no. Environmental Testing, no. Flux Capacitor, no. Game Dragon, no. No, not Game Dragon. Gauss, no. Hippocampic, no. Infobounty, no. Kushuk. I thought about Kushuk because you do have a lot of 2-cost resources, but I don't think you have enough of them for it to fully make sense. Living Mural, no. Lobi, no. Lucky Charm, another one. Like, I could almost see it, maybe. But again, I think that's filling a similar niche as Botulus. Magelectric wouldn't be the stupidest either. Maybe that's worth experimenting with. I'm not doing it today. But maybe I should mess with that. Mantle, no. Methuselah, no. Open Market, no. Orca, no. Penumbral, no. Peachishao, no. Poison Vial, no. Propeller, no. Read-Write. Read-Write, I would actually think about if not for the memory unit issue, because Seb does have draw order problems. Being able to, like, slap my recursion cards on Read-Write early might be cool, but also as only a one of, are you going to draw it when you need it? Ritual, is just draw power like Nuka, but it's, you know, yeah. Milanomi, hey, best of luck and skill. Thank you so much. We're going to see how it goes. Silent Chip, absolutely not. Spree makes no sense. Super Corridor, I don't even know the text of because it sucks. Tailgate, no. Telework, no. Touchstone, no. Underdome, like, almost maybe, but still no. Yeah, I'm just not seeing anything that is a better use of 2 influence other than just a 3rd copy of Nuka. You know, draw power is not ever unwelcome, so we're just going to go with that. And we're going to save that, and then do I have the save changes here? Yeah. I had a Samoxamoon in here as, like, AI hate and Boomerang hate, but it really hit me that, like, I'm never happy to draw it. So I just wanted another piece of ice. I went with Bathinimus. It's a Mycoweb target. It's, you know, it does stuff. I honestly could see cutting Mycoweb from this deck completely for just a second a teeny. Justine, 2 pinholes is probably always good. That's not a bad argument. I would have to cut one other card. I'd probably cut Eru again because I have slipped her in here. Because I had 3 copies of Amanuensis, my console, but with 3 Nukas, that definitely didn't feel necessary to have 3 copies of it. With 2 Nukas, it's probably not necessary. So I could see cut Eru, cut Nuka, add 2 pinhole. Not a terrible idea. The only downside, and this is a small thing, but it's worth saying that, like, with Seb, they do want all their centrals iced pretty hard. So there might be a lot of boards where, like, boy, yeah, it would be nice to pinhole something, but, like, I don't know. It's a better argument than any of the cards I just looked at. I think it's worth experimenting with. Again, we got 18 minutes to go time. Probably not a good time to be fucking around too hard, but yeah, I think pinhole makes some sense. Boy, now you do have me second guessing myself, though. I tried cutting buffer drive and adding in a Harmony AR over the third Nuka. Because in theory, hey, then you recur the you recur a transfer, you recur a Katurga, you know, it just keeps you in the game longer. It's a little mini Ashen, right? And I just found that I never wanted to play it. I could see, maybe a world where you do... Because I've cut Lago Paranoia Shelter from this deck, because without Ashen, I just don't trust it not to fuck me. A world where you treat the Harmonies really like they are Ashen Epilogues, and maybe put multiples in, so you keep Lago Paranoia, and you have, you drop 3 Nukas for 2 ARs. That might be worth playing with, actually. Obviously, again, not today. I think today we're just going with this list. I think I'm content with this list. And I'm getting sidetracked. I need to register on Cobra for the dang thing here. So let's see. I'm going to sign in to Cobra on this other tab. Allow access to my NRDB account. Pronouns. He, they. I agree to these terms. Should we include your games and coverage? Yeah, absolutely. On to deck registration. I've become pretty down on buffer drive, but I feel like ESA has better pressure when you don't have all your pieces. Yeah, I think buffer drive makes sense with Audrey, right? Because it just keeps you alive longer. That's the big thing. Is just being able to cycle through stuff with Audrey. And yeah, ESA... I've never been an ESA player, so I'm not a good measure of that, but ESA without Ashen does seem really scary to me. I guess ESA predates Ashen, so you know. Yeah. Piner Seb, sophomore term. We will submit this. Is there anything else in the Cobra registration guide? Yeah, on Cobra, choose your handle. Oh, I see. I need to pick a handle that matches my there we go. SJ Speed Racer. We got Punter Seb, we got sophomore term. I think we submit here. Yeah, as he is the built-in FU, here's pressure button. Yeah, totally. I did, I think the thing that has me the most confident corpse side, I have had 2 games versus Laura 42 in the past, couple days, who's an extremely good player, if you don't know. And I won one of them. So I won that, and I was like, okay, well, hey, if this deck can beat Laura, then it must be solid, right? Because certainly, whatever thing she's goofing around with at 3 a.m. on a Friday night, that counts. And then I did lose to her on her rematch, so I'm not focusing on that part. I do think ESA is weirdly a deck that this Melius list struggles in the hardest. The theory I have with this is it has some nasty things. It's got a Cloud Eater, it's got copies of Ganked. And I even made room for a Bite because, come on, it's a Jinteki list. You gotta have one Bite. What are you playing Jinteki for otherwise? But in general, the theory is I just want to load the remote up with big ol' barriers. I want to tax out propellers. I want to make Kuripiras cry at how much money they have to spend. And I kind of want to... Again, this is not fully true because I do have some things that snap at you. I do have some spiky ice and what have you, but part of the theory is almost like one of those bugs that is not poisonous, but has poison coloration to scare off predators. Like, I want to draft off the fact that lots of other people are trying to kill you out of Melius-U, and I want to kind of look like that's what I'm trying to do, when really I'm just trying to score quickly. Wonder if should I think I'm good with this agenda suite. I have thought about going up to 3 Proprio-Negation and replacing a Sericulture with a Longevity Serum, which helps with flooding. The theory behind Sericulture is that if I need a 2-pointer to win the game, I can put it down without advancing at all, even if I've lost my Lacosta grid, and just bang it out and win. And the other side of it is that if I can score it on a Lacosta grid, so it's got an agenda counter, then it's kind of like a shitty seamless launch. This is based on the list I took to districts a couple months ago, and that list had 2 copies of MIC in it, because in my head, I needed to be able to have a good answer for Deep Dive, and then it turns out Deep Dive is bad, and no, I don't need to worry about that. So that freed up some influence. And I had initially spent it on Seamless Launch, and then I thought, if I can make do with Sericulture over Seamless Launch, then I can use that influence for Ganked, which is kind of more fun, in my opinion. Using what people assume you are doing to your advantage is a great strategy. Roted, yeah, that's the thinking. One Fly Swatter and one Mavirus might be slight overkill in terms of virus hate. Then again, viruses do suck to deal with, and more importantly, Fly Swatter gives me an end the run that Microweb can access. I could very much be talked into cutting Microweb, though. I don't think I'm going to do that today, but dropping it for a second Atini or even a Knowledge Seeker, I think both of those make sense. Yeah. I think the player meeting is getting ready to start in the lobby soon here. I should go to roles and get the showdown roll. Took a showdown announcements. Yeah, here we go. JNet Clan, here we go. And playing games on a JNet mirror. Okay. You play login. I believe I have. I think I did this with the last. Oh boy, what password did I use? Not that one. Tell you that. Okay, there we go. Deck appeal there. Yep. So let's just clean these out. Yeah, confirm, delete. Delete, confirm, delete. And then we're going to go to NRDB. We're going to copy from JNet. We're going to do this. Going to save. We're going to go to software term. See, because the district's Melius deck I had, I called freshman term because it was like a brand new Melius U list because Melius U's a college. And it was like it just came out, so freshman term, bada boom. So now this one's sophomore term because we're iterating on the freshman term deck. I have very low hopes of how far I can go today. Hey, maybe I'll surprise myself, but I'm on very little sleep. And also, I'm solid at Netrunner at my best times. I'm not like a pro. But the main thing is that you need 5 wins overall to win the really fucking cool slash and burn agriculture. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Don't pay any attention to whatever bullshit default front page I've got on Firefox here. Summer Showdown Netrunner. Babidi boo. Let's see. Do they have a good photo of it? If I go to this page, I think it's here. Yeah, this guy right here. I think because it's like the nature of this prize, they don't have a good like high res thing of it. I fucking love this Audrey, but I think I've got it as just a participation prize. So hey, hell yeah. Honestly, all this stuff is really cool. God, look how cool this Audrey is. Also really like this Muse. I like how this Muse basically just looks like the Muse art, but like in the real world instead of cyberspace. Lou's just fucking... Those acrylics are always cool. In this case, I think I really prefer this over the acrylic version of it. I think the colors make it pop really good. Hannah, I've got 2 copies of this already. You get 1 copy of this one for every showdown you play in this year. So this will make my 3rd one that completes the playset. This Nico kind of goes with the poetry that they did last time. And then some full arts. Yeah, they don't have a good shot of the slash and burn, but you can kind of see it there. It just, I think it looks so fucking rad. So 5 wins is the target. If we make more than that, then hey, we'll see. I think there's like 200 people playing at Dallas Districts. I came in 4th out of 25. So if we assume that, Dallas is a representative sample of Netrunner skill, then we can just multiply those numbers, right? So I can expect to actually come in like 16th out of 200, right? Does that no? So for some reason I'm not convinced by that argument. I assume the top cut is 16. I have not looked. Might be on the ABR page. Yeah, top 16 finals. Okay. It's con weekend. Somehow with LTP, or I'd be there playing too. Yeah. We have a con here in Dallas that honestly I would be at. I kind of found out last minute that I could have today off from work. I have some extra time off that expire. Like it's time off from last year that's going to expire May 31st that I didn't realize. So got the time off way too late to like make what Board Game Geek spring plans. However, not too late to play in this online tournament. But yeah, all my local Netrunner buddies, are over at the convention center playing like draft. Like they put together like some classique decks and some draft cubes. We can close the main JNet. We should probably hop into voice. So I don't know if folks are already talking, but I'm going to join muted here. We're saying,
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, I'm gonna probably just minimize chat during the actual games because
Just give me the mute button.
I don't need that.
You click on it, and it doesn't show the mute thing. And you hit yourself.
The one nice thing about being a little sleep deprived, being on 3 hours of sleep, is that I get very nervous at tournaments, and it's a great way to balance that out.
More monsters in each ritual and therefore more tribute and more options to reroll.
Well, what here?
You just buy another. I see another.
Just as an aside, anybody who also is able to still have their audio, just good luck on your games today. Whether I actually play against you or not, I'm excited to be able to join you in all this.
I second that.
You're hearing voice, by the way. Yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with me having this come through. It's just the Discord call for. I think they're just going to explain, basic tournament etiquette stuff, but. Kind of need to use the bathroom, but I don't want to be absent for this. Oh. Hopefully I've got time to run to the restroom before round 1 starts.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 2026 Summer Showdown. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, great. Okay,
I can hear you.
fantastic. Cool.
I thought you were going to say King's Court podcast.
Oh, I mean, just a 100. How many people do we have in here? It doesn't tell me because I removed the limit on the lobby, but that would be exciting.
Well, you had the same opening. I was like, oh, sick.
Friendly words. All right, let me get to my notes. Okay, cool. Welcome. Let's see. If a couple of quick things. If you're not yet registered on Cobra, I know we have a lot of people who haven't played who may not have played in an online event before or may not have played in a showdown before. If you haven't registered on Cobra, or don't know what that is, you can check the announcements tab. If you think you are registered on Cobra, it's also worth just double checking to make sure that went through, that you can find your name tab or yourself in the Me tab. If you have any trouble figuring that out, you can ask in the general channel and people will be able to help you out with that. But if you have getting a ticket is great. It helps support the event and you get prizes. But actually playing in the event, what we're going to use to track the rounds, how you're going to get points, and that you need to register a second time on the software Cobra, and that will basically, you'll submit your deck list, you'll put your handle in, and so forth. So if you haven't done that, that's the first thing. Get that out of the way. If you need any help, there's a lot of people who have done this before who can help. Just ask questions. It's probably not super relevant, but it's okay to miss. It's probably not very relevant to people who are here right now, but it's okay to miss round 1. This is a worldwide event, and if it's the middle of the night or you can register, DM me, I can drop you, and then you can join later. So if anyone's like, I really need to sleep right now and play Netrunner later, that's an option. But I assume most of those people are hopefully have already done that and are asleep. For this event, I'm the event organizer, so I'm the person who has planned the event. I'm responsible as much as I'm able to smoothly keep things on time, make event-related decisions. But this is a really large event, and we have like a group of people working on this. So if you have any event-related questions, you need a drop. Like that is like you've been playing for a while, and you decide you want to be done with the event. you can let me know and I can drop you, and then you won't get paired into future rounds. You can also ask me any event related questions. There is also a dedicated team of judges for this event, and unless there's a huge rush on judges, I won't be taking judge calls. So if you have an issue related to the game, like the rules of Netrunner, anything that happens in one of your games, you can ping judge. The judge role in the Showdown Judge Calls channel will be the best way. Radiant is the head judge for the day. So Radiant will be available all day taking calls. There's also a group of assistant judges that will be in and out throughout the day. So big thank you to Core, Ebentel, Jello, Gallenhar, and Proflaco for stepping in. They'll be taking 3 to 6 round shifts depending upon what their availability was to help make sure there's a lot of coverage because we have a lot of people playing today. I want to make sure things keep moving smoothly. As if you haven't played in an online event before, the judges are here just to make sure things are that everyone has a fun and fair environment to play in. Calling a judge is not at all a bad thing or a slight against your opponent. If you have any confusion, you just want to remember how rules work, or something weird happens in JNet. Sometimes there are JNet bugs, and also sometimes there are just weird card interactions, and JNet's working right, but the cards are confusing or something strange happens. Feel free to call a judge. It's not always there's. It's better to call a judge if you're unsure, and get help than to try and fix it, because the hardest judge calls are usually when something small went wrong and then the players didn't call a judge, and then it gets like to become a bigger problem. So if we're here to help. There's a lot of people, so feel free to call a judge. And once you ping, once a judge has seen your message, they'll react with a judge emoji. And then once the call is completely resolved, they'll react with a checkmark emoji. That's just useful so that when there's multiple judges, we know that somebody's paying attention to it. If you haven't gotten any reaction on your message in about a minute, please ping again. I want to make sure that your call gets seen, and we can add time extensions to help make up for the time spent waiting for the judge call and getting the judge call. We're gonna play 10 rounds of single-sided Swiss. We have a lot of people here today. I'm excited to. We have 186 players, so that's exciting. That's a lot of players. We're going to be playing 10 rounds of single-sided Swiss with a cut to top 16. So once the 10 rounds have finished, whoever has the most points, or whoever the top 16 people with the most points, will be invited to play in finals tomorrow. And that, let's see. After round 3, we're going to take a 35-minute meal break. And then after round 6, we're going to take a 20-minute meal break. When you're creating a table, so this is pretty standard for online tournaments, but if you haven't been in an online tournament before, Cobra will tell you whether you're playing Corporation or Runner. If you're playing Corporation, you're going to go to if you're playing Corporation, you're going to go to the Tournament tab on the JNet clone, which I'll talk more about in just a moment. And you will create your lobby. The most important thing is to name the lobby the table number that you're assigned on Cobra. It's also helpful to put your opponent's handle in the title, but the most important thing is the table number, because when a judge is trying to help you, if a judge needs to help you, the easiest way is to search by table number, and it's really helpful to have the table number. It's also useful for your opponent to be able to find you. You shouldn't change any of the default settings, so do not set a password. Save replay is on. All the tournament tab game settings should be correct for the game. When the timer runs out, so there's thanks to MB Kelly's wonderful additions to JNet, there's going to be an in-game timer, so the timers will be recorded in the game. I may add a Discord timer so that players whose games have finished can reference the timer, but that one will be not always accurate and more of an estimate. The official timer will be in JNet. And if you get time extensions, they will automatically get added to that timer. When that timer runs out, it will post a message in your chat log that says the game has ended. When that happens, if somebody won the game at that point, great. If somebody has not won the game yet, you're going to finish the current turn. Whoever's currently taking their turn finishes that turn, and then the other player gets one more turn. And after those 2 turns have fully resolved, the game is over. And if the game still hasn't ended by normal means, so somebody gets 7 points, somebody flatlines, etc., then whoever has more agenda points gets awarded the win. If you have the exact same number of points and the time has ended in that way, then it's a tie. About the JNet clone. So in order to not overwhelm and slow down and or crash regular JNet today, we're going to be playing on a clone of JNet with a different URL. It should look and act just the same as regular JNet, but it's like 2 or 3 times the size, so we can handle more games without issues. The URL is posted in the announcements channel, but it is also just showdown.playnetrunner.net. You can go there. If you played in any of the previous showdowns when we were playing on xdg or mitm.xdg.me or something like that, it's the same clone. So your same account should be able to log you in. And if you have any trouble, you can always make a new account. I had to go find my credentials that were saved from the other account by going and looking in my browser for the other URL. But there's a little bit explaining how to do that. If you use Cyberfeeder, it won't be enabled automatically, but you can enable it and use Cyberfeeder on the clone. Worth mentioning that. Quick announcement about additional prizes that aren't on ABR. If you're playing as part of a LAN party today, thank you. I always think that's really fun. I've got some people over hanging out at my place playing. I always think it's a lot more fun to play online events with people around to celebrate the highlights and the low points, whatever happens. If you're playing a LAN party, you can take a photo of the people who are in your party and send me their handles and at least, and ideally the host's order number if they have a ticket, and I will mail a playset of the foil Araceras cruise from last Summer Showdown to the host for each player in the LAN party. You can just do that at any point during the event. And it's also, I'd love to know if the people in the photo are okay with the photo being shared. I won't assume that unless you tell me that everyone's okay with it being shared. But I'd love to be able to share photos of the LAN parties that happen during the event to hopefully encourage more people to do that in the future. I think I always have a lot of fun when playing Netrunner. I generally say it's best to play Netrunner with people directly, but if you're, it's hard to play with 180 people all around the world as often as we're able to run these showdowns. So at least it's nice to bring the local people together and play Netrunner. Since we have so many players in the event, we've also added a 7 wins prize, which is gonna be foil playset of the strike fund from last year. So that's just on top of all the other prizes that's on AVR. Last, my little spiel about community. This is the showdowns are huge events. Thanks so much, and big thanks to this Netrunner community is so wonderful. I started playing Netrunner I started playing Netrunner many years ago, but I started playing Netrunner during 2021 when everything's kind of locked down during COVID. And I ended up playing my first tournaments online, and I, someone who never really played many tournaments before playing tournaments online, I really liked them, and I found it was a really neat way to get connected to the larger community that we have internationally, like getting to play with people and recognize people from online games and online tournaments, and then getting to meet them later in person was really, really wonderful. And I think that I signed up for some tournament originally because I like wanted to get, I think it was the Alt-Art, what was the Simul Chips. I think NB Kelly actually ran an event pre-Continentals in 2021. I think that was the first online tournament I played in. I got smoked. But I like showed up for a prize, and then I just really loved the games, loved the community, and I encourage you to, well, I'm sure you're here to hopefully win games, or I'm sure you're here hoping to win games. I encourage you to like remember that we're all here playing a game that we all love, and celebrating this thing together, and like ultimately the game and the shared experience of connecting with other people who love this game is hopefully the ultimate goal of what we're doing here today. This is also a casual level event, so despite being one of the largest events that will happen this year and kind of a prestigious event, if there's big stream, there's the top 4 people get invited to my invitational event in November, and there's a lot of beans on the line. Despite all of that, this is still a casual level event. There's still a lot of people who have never played in a showdown before, and that be patient as and you what was it and also this is casual rules enforcement, so if you pay attention to the level in general, judges will try to help resolve situations without giving out game losses and try to keep things moving. That's for those of you who are paying more attention to rules. In general, it's more laid back. If this was a Continentals or Worlds, the way that it's judged is just a little bit different. Cool. All right, we're on time. Things are going well. I just quickly, because I often get a lot of questions about this, I want to do a little, just share a little bit of the way the pricing, or the way that the timeline for the pricing is probably going to work. So I have a lot of things to mail out from this event to registered all the players who got tickets but didn't play, all the volunteers. So I'm also really busy up until the first week of June. Actually until like halfway through June. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mail everything to my Patreon members, hopefully before I leave for Tennessee on Thursday. And then I'm probably not gonna mail other prizes until like mid-June-ish. My like total timeline for my like the timeline I say is like the prizes will get mailed within 3 months. I've gotten a lot more efficient, so they will probably get mailed before the end of June. But it's still a lot of work to get everything sorted out and mailed. And then if your prizes are traveling internationally, they can take anywhere from 2 weeks to 8 weeks to arrive. And I've even mailed envelopes to the same person on the same day, and they've arrived 5 weeks apart. So it's really pretty unpredictable. If somebody down the street from you got their prizes, but you haven't, like, they're probably still coming. I will happily, I end up resending a few things every event. So if something doesn't arrive, well, actually, it's not even that common. But if your prizes don't arrive, I will send them to you. I will make sure you get them within to the best of my ability. But they should get to you. They may not get to you as quickly as you want. And if you want to make sure they get to you as fast as possible, you can join my Patreon, and I really appreciate the support of that group of people that elect to help make this possible. All right. Let's see. We're ready to get started with round one. So the way this is going to work, triple check that you have your deck lists on the JNet clone, that you're able to access that. You know where the tournaments tab is, and you've got Cobra ready to go, and you can see yourself on the list. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pair round one, and then everyone, I'm gonna make sure that nobody has DM me asking me to drop them first. Then I'm gonna pair round one. After that, you're just gonna sit down. If you're the corporation player, you're gonna go create a table in the tournaments tab. If you're the runner player, you're gonna look for the table associated with your table. You're gonna sit down, and my goal is to start round one 30 minutes after, so in 7 minutes. We probably won't have everyone at a table at that point. That's okay. The first round usually takes a little while, but most people have done this before. Most people are able to get to their seats and ready to go. If some people are still take a little while to get there, or if somebody doesn't show up or something like that, I'll make sure to get things fixed. I'll give some time extensions to the players that get started late, and then hopefully we'll just get going as smoothly as possible on round one, and then it should speed up in future rounds. In future rounds, in order to keep things going, we got a lot of people all around the world. When a round wraps up, we will the next round underway pretty quickly. Watch out for the showdown pings. I guess another quick PSA will have people listening. If you do not have the showdown role, please get it, and please make sure that notifications are enabled for the events hub during the event, so that your opponent or me or a judge can ping you directly. And the showdown, I will use the showdown role to give round announcements or if any technical issues come up. It's also really helpful if you can change the nickname for your Discord account on the events hub to match what is on Cobra. Then it's really easy for your opponent and for judges to search you if anything comes up. I'm going to check my DMs. Okay. I'm going to just make sure I get anyone who needs to be dropped. And then we'll get going. If anyone has any questions or thinks I missed something, you're welcome to jump in.
Public service announcement, your volume settings will not have been copied over from XDG, so don't get deafened by JNet.
Good catch, yeah.
Abraham, I had a question about Cobra. I remember past showdowns in between rounds, the basically like the back end, like all the math of pairing the next round takes a long time. So should people like just report and then not refresh? Like, how can we keep the event moving smoothly?
That's a great point. First of all, when you finish your game, you have to go back to Cobra and you have to say who won your game. If you don't, that slows things down because I have to find you and be like, who won your game? Please make sure you report your match. So as soon as your game finishes, go to Cobra and report. We are actually showdowns often get to test out new features and see if we can break them. We're getting to use a like beta version of Cobra, so I'm not 100% sure how this works, but you should be able to access your in the me tab. You should actually be able to report your matches, which is really useful, so you don't have to find yourself in the list. There's a me tab on Cobra when you're logged in. You need to be logged in to report your match. So if you're logged into Cobra, there should be a me tab. You can click on it. It should show what your table is, and you should be able to report your game directly there. And there's also some optimizations for how things refresh. So it hopefully shouldn't take as long to like get the round refreshed and set up. But that is all contingent on people reporting their games. So please do that.
Yeah.
And,
quick thing. This is hi plural from the web dev team.
Yes, thank you.
Everyone has access to the Me tab. The nice thing about that is that it's just showing you your stuff, so it's a lot less work on the server, and it will always show you your pairing. The self-reporting is available for you. So if you want to know where you want to go, the Me tab is the cheapest way on the app to do that. And then for Abraham and the TOs, they have the new beta stuff, which has a bunch of other optimizations for sort of the global TO view. But the only sort of new difference that anyone should see is the new Me tab functionality. And if you want to be nice to the server's okay. But like if you want to be nice to the server, use that.
Hey, Brand, I'm not sure if you went over this, but the time extension.
Yeah.
I might have missed it.
No, I didn't mention that. So the Brand of the King's table will be. I assume NB Kelly has an account that will say the king instead of.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah,
Brandon.
there's an account for that one. Yeah.
Great. Brandon has a oracle that will be executing the moves, and it's pretty fantastic system. And so the King's table will have a 5-minute extension if it ends up being relevant.
I'm trying to finish this up. I don't know if I'm in your mix of stuff. I'm sorry. I'm just new to all of this. So
okay.
So I just got the info about where to put the stuff on there. So I might be causing some problems. I'm trying to find my thing. Here it is. Where is it? God.
Do you need any help?
Maybe. I'm trying to see if I can.
Are you registered on Cobra? That's the first most important.
That's the thing, is that I didn't realize that, so I'm not registered yet. And so I'm just trying to find my thing. And I'm very anxious. Oh, here it is. Okay, got it.
No worries.
So I think. Yeah. All right. Okay, sorry. I think that's it.
Okay. You got on the. Are you? Wait, I want to. Okay, you got registered. You're on the list. Okay, wait, I gotta get that. Great. Okay. Well, we're gonna be a little, just a tiny bit late to the round, but that's okay. We're gonna get going. I think I've got the right number of. I'm gonna close registration. If anyone isn't on the list, we'll sort it out. We're gonna pair a new round. So you should be able to go to the Me tab if you're logged in, or the Pairings tab, and find yourself. If you're the corporation player, head to the JNet Tournaments tab. Again, that's the Tournaments tab, not the Casual tab. So go to the clone URL. Go to the Tournaments tab, create the game. Awesome, games are showing up. Fantastic. And then we get things underway very soon.
And you said the title of the game after the table number, correct?
I usually say table number and then my opponent's handle, but the most important thing is just the table number. Okay, I'm gonna set, so in the Showdown timers role or channel, I'm gonna set a timer which is gonna be the rough start time. Timer 5 minutes, round 1 starts. If your opponent is not at your table when that timer runs out, please ping them in the general channel or the timers channel. Honestly, if they haven't showed up in like 3 minutes from now, or the table hasn't showed up, please start pinging them in Discord, so that we can hopefully make sure that everyone is there. If anyone is not, we'll figure it out. If you and your opponent are both sitting down at your table in the tournaments tab, fantastic. We have 14.
Should we start our games and play our mulligans?
Yeah, good question. You can start your game and you can do your starting mulligans if you want. Wait to click the actual like first round game.
Oh, and just make sure people are making games in the tournament tab, not the casual.
Yeah, I'm dropping into those games and directing people. It's so tempting because you're ready to make a tournament tab. Okay. Great. Okay, I'm gonna go get the round.
I think I'm going to go ahead
Start in
and
4
leave
minutes.
this call because we'll get a notification in the chat when it's time to go. So I'm going to hang this up. And yeah. I'm going to play some damn ass Netrunner. I'm not looking at my chat. So how do I feel about this opening hand? I like... Always good to have a Charlotte early, obviously. Always good to have a spin for draw power. No agendas, which is nice. The big problem I'm seeing is a lack of good playable ice, which I could fix with the Spin Doctor. I would love to be able to just like say if I had like Tachibola Charlotte, advance the Charlotte. That'd be a great turn 1 versus Shaper. But yeah. This is probably workable. I think we probably click 1 spin, install the Brawn on the remote. Well, no, you click 1 spin, you Lion's Mane on one of the centrals, and then you Hansei something that we draw with the spin, hopefully a Petty Cash. I think that's probably the order of operations to this hand. Do we mull this? I would prefer to have a hedge fund over a Hansei. I would love to see a La Costa opening hand. Shaper is going to spend some turns setting up, so we have a little bit of time to set up. It's less like, shit, go, you know, as opposed to if we were, like, seeing Essa or a criminal or something. It's, like, right on the fence. Like, if I mulled into this hand, I'd be like, okay, great, I can work with this. But is it a good enough hand to keep, is the question. Slide this over here so I've got it in front of me. And let me pull up the event hub. Yeah, da da da. For I don't know, it starts in 40 seconds. Okay. I'm gonna keep this because I would feel real dumb to like end up flooded in the first round here, and with whatever other downsides this opening hand has, I'm not flooded. So oh, I see the JNet timer's not quite ticked down yet here. the Discord one did, but I think they said that one will be slightly less accurate. It's more of an estimate. Round has begun. All right. All right. Yeah, we'll keep this. So do we do the line I said, or do we just install advance and say you're Shaper, you're not going to bother challenging round turn 1? You don't need to know that I can't actually res anything. Let's see what we draw into. Ganked. Oh, beaut. Okay. I'm very happy. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to end turn. Throw this on HQ. I don't actually expect them to run any server this turn. Oh, well, hey. That's why we made the call anyway. What do we got? Braun. Do we want the Hansei back? Or I think we beat greedy. We want these bronze. We want our beef boys. Didn't spend the influence on them to dump them. Okay. Then do this. Costa, Charlotte, Braun. Gonna leave it as HQ. I can imagine a world where they go archives to diffuse Melius, but that means that RID costed them a click, and that's gorgeous. This is a really strong start. So Costa powers up Charlotte, who draws for us. Ooh, Cloud Eater. Okay. We definitely do that. Do we do this and then this? I don't think we're in a rush for that. So let's, well, tell you what, let's do this and then this. Because now that gives us a little bit of flexibility with resing things. We might see a pinhole to take the Charlotte down, or the Lacosta. So ideally we get Archives iced up to defend against that. Server 2 is pretty much bulletproof at this point. Like, we need money to make sure we can... Hey, there's the pinhole. I'll just take the Spin Doctor. Killing Charlotte? Yep, okay. Makes sense. Ghost advances. Okay, we're going to slap that there. We're going to slap this. I mean, obviously it gets the most utility here, but it's more likely to pop there. I think we go here. And we do this here. And there's no reason they couldn't have a second pinhole. I don't need a Melius trigger if these go off. This sucks a ton of money out. Can they even afford to break this with a 1 strength echelon? It's what, 3, 6... 12 to break. score this out. Milius. I still think it's probably... It might be R&D. I don't know. Not advancing anything with that yet. Propeller. That doesn't help against this, baby. Oh, should have gone Arca. Okay. Now you're going here. So, we will res the Lion's Man. Which, probably, well, no. Do you SMC to get the decoder out so that it's at least a little cheaper? But then you're, like, I don't know, that doesn't save you money here. It'll save you money long term. You want to do that anyway. Nope, you just went through it. Okay. Cool. Empiricist, yep, we will trash that to get back a Charlotte. The downside is that, okay, I was going to say we can't res this if they challenge it, but they did not. Okay, so this is going to fall down pretty easily once they get set up here. Which is fine. It already did. It kind of did its job already. We're going to do Hedge Fund. We're going to Charlotte. Fly Swatter doesn't really do anything in this matchup, I don't think. So we're just going to Hansei it away. They're very poor. I'm guessing... What do they do here? We're going to Melius to go Archives. Not going to use Sericulture yet. As soon as their turn starts, I'm going to pop this Spin Doctor just so they can't... they got to risk something, you know? We'll just put 2 Hedge Funds back. That way they can't just run that Spin Doctor and sell something. They can run the other Spin Doctor, but for all they know, that's a table bite. Okay. Also, I guess they don't have anything they're itching to sell either, so... Okay, we're gonna res Charlotte. Lacoste Charlotte. Yup. Do we just jam? I think we just jam. Advance. Trash. Install. Hedge Fund. Simple as. We kind of could not have had a more blessed way to start this game. Like, the one thing we're missing is another ice to throw in Archives, and that's not, like... I'd like it, you know, but... We're going to be 4-2 on, like, turn 8. 4-0, rather. They're going for it. So... We're going to res Uperon 1.0. Let's see, can they get out a second propeller and get in? They might be able to. That's going to cost them 3. They don't have the money for that. Because, yeah. SMC install, that's 3 credits, and they don't have enough credits left to break. Do Do we have... If they let the install fire, we might just slap Fly Swatter down. Just, hey, it's one more credit. Obviously, Empiricist is stronger, but it's also expensive. And, like, we have a lot of money, but we don't have infinite money. Okay. Not unreasonable at all. Principia. So presumably they are hoping to pivot to a Rising Tide, which even like a powered up Rising Tide still has a hard time with Brawn. Yeah, mandatory draw. Alright. Melius, we're gonna call R&D, I think. We're gonna call Archives because they might have a second pinhole that they're trying to get that Lacosta dead with. Yeah. Sandwich it down, okay. This. Hell yeah. Love to see it. I'm going to res this Spin Doctor. Oh, baby. This could very easily be game. And that is what Sericulture's for. Because now, even if they do pinhole Lacosta, I don't care. Yeah, between Anoetic and Propria Negation, I don't think it's possible for them to challenge this in a meaningful way. Like, the play at this point is probably run, knick-knack the lily pad, kill one of these SMCs. That leaves you with 9 credits. Use this, then use Simulchip to flicker Propeller. Use the other SMC to get a second Propeller out. Or what does Rising Tide cost you at this point? Rising Tide would be at 3 strength, so it would cost 5 to break. You're not getting to 10 credits, and that's only to get in once. You have to get in over and over again. Yeah, I think that all they can do at this point is like try to set up and hope that this is a bluff, which is never a fun position to be in. Orca. Oh man, I wish they had gotten to Orca. That's always fun. Go ahead and advance this. Advance, and score. Oh baby. That's just clean living right there. We play 9 more games like that, and you know what? We're going to win this whole thing. Yeah. What do we got? Let's head over to Cobra and get that reported. Report pairing. That was a Corp win. And now I'm going to catch up on chat. See what y'all thought about that. Yeah, y'all... 1 click short? Ooh. Oh, for beta build? Beta build might have pulled it off. I don't think that would have helped them because the simulchips are only getting them through here once. And they got to get through here 3 times. I don't know. I might be missing something. But yeah, you all were yelling at me to keep the hand, which I did do. So... Oh, sure. Yeah. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, up today. We'll leave there. Oh yeah, chat. Yeah, discourage the illumination, something R&D. Yeah, I think that's fair. I don't know how much Maggie likes illumination because it empties her hand, so you don't get the clickless install. But then again, illumination gets you multiple clickless installs, so maybe you don't care. Just shame my control missed one precious click of setup turn 1. Yeah, unless they mold into bad. Can I ask for a better start, really? Yeah. Time to yearn for the tube in the subsurface labs. They can just run archives and jack out for knick-knack trickle. Yeah, that is true, Rotage. That is an option they could do. Done deal, basically. Anything they can do gets countered. Yeah. If they do somehow get in, they'll likely exhaust all their money and a bunch of the resources. Yep. Got the golden draws and they didn't spend the time setting up. Punish for it. You nuke a ritual for that. Yep. Yeah, that was just, that is about as fast as that deck can ever move. We're not going to see a cleaner game on Corpse side today, I don't think. That was rude. Used less than half of the time in the round for that. Yeah. Installing Lock gives you, as mags, all tools to draw 1. Well, it gives you mags more. Yeah. Draw more. Got it. Yeah. Listen, the only shaper I play much of at all is Ari, who just has weird demands. So I don't know good shaper play. I'm messing with a more UAV focused Ari, and I don't know. It doesn't. I'm not feeling something the way I feel something with like the more like Arizon style, like Worlds 24 Ari, but also I think the Arizon style Worlds 24 Ari is kind of dead until they give us a good fucking killer. Because you really can't afford the influence to import Revolver, and Echelon just ain't it for that strategy. And I've been whining about it for months now, but I don't give a shit about a Cubon retrain. I wanted an Ika retrain. I know Cubon was like, oh, that's the RE Econ card. The RE that won Worlds didn't use Cubon. It used Ika. Probably those aren't going to be... Yeah, fair amount of games already done. Now, unfortunately, winning the first game is immediately going to put us in the top half of players for round 2, which means we're going to probably play someone really good, who's going to just kick the shit out of us. And I'm most likely going to be playing Seb, which, like... I love Seb. I'm probably less confident about that. At this point, I'm playing Seb out of spite. You know, how dare you nerf my Blorbo? I'm going to keep using him until I can prove something to somebody. I don't even know what I'm trying to prove to who, but... I don't really know who I'd pivot to with Runner, though, is the thing. Lou, maybe? I don't know. It is really a fact that the two runners that truly spark joy with me right now are Ari and Seb. Seb was definitely the stronger of the two pre ban list. Ari might be the better of the two now. Your Blorbo needed to chill. Okay. Listen. I'm gonna. We got 20 minutes. I can whine. He had a very outsized win rate compared to every other runner in the field. I can't pretend like that's not true. The data says so. How much is that data real? Not in the sense of, like, is it fake? Obviously, it's real data. This is such a tiny game. I kind of am raising my eyebrows at all statistical analysis of competitive Netrunner. Because I have a feeling that we just don't have enough for statistical significance at any point in time. And also, no one was actually using Seb. The only people actually running Seb were really good players with a ton of reps into Seb. Of course they were winning a lot. It's the Hosh thing, right? Like, if you went by win rates, what's wrong with Hosh? Why do you want to ban Hosh? She has like a 50-50 win rate, because everyone uses her. I also played UAV Ari at Megas. I've won handily every game UAV landed. Just infinite money through Revanchulette. Yeah, like, it has... I see the vision of it, totally. I get how it works. I have made a lot of money with UAV. My deck probably needs tuned up. It's not quite where I would want it to be. But I'm not playing Ari so that I can make 2 credits a turn. I'm playing Ari so that I can, like, you know, look like I have no board and then somehow break all your ice. That's the beauty of Arasana to me. And it's not... the idea that I have to, like, install breakers at normal speed and, like, put multiple propellers down to charge up my echelon. What are we... I'll just go play Lat. Why am I doing all this? After a session, sometimes you gotta install a job. MMB, I also won round 1, so you got at least a 1 in 80 shot. Hey, hell yeah, congrats. I'm gonna run to the bathroom when we have a little time here. I've returned. I'll pull up the stream, I think. It's probably not Twitch. It's probably on YouTube, right? is a real stupid idea to incept the. But I want to see other people playing. I want to scout opponents. Are they not? Oh, is it not being streamed on the NSG channel? Oh, okay. Oh, right. I think Axu was doing it themselves. Yeah. Here we go.
For when fight was getting run, kind of gives up the whole jig, right? Because you can't res hostile and have it do anything if it's the second card being trashed. Which means that Jet knows that whatever is in server 4 is actually worth going after.
Correct.
TMK analysis, I don't get it. My friend, you rarely do. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be okay.
I don't get it. It is a type B cream.
Is this a deck error? You might be right. Actually, Shall I just get on the phone with the judge and like tell him to do a deck check in the middle of round 1? I shall proceed forthwith. Yes. Thank you for bringing this. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
I feel like I walked in on a hostile moment on this stream.
Okay, Hansi review.
Commentary.
About time one of these showed up, and we are just jamming in server 1. And here's transfer, right? Now that there's almost no chance of Aku being able to completely duck this, this is quite game ending.
Because you're just free to run R&D. Server 7 is a spin doctor that's been
Register,
there since
and we are finally using one of two of these 8 twinning counters, right? Hybrid release. Here comes the train. We're gonna bounce a bunch of stuff. Measure response. That goes. Goodbye.
Let's get rid of that. Do have the fencer of the second hostile architecture as well. Okay. So here, not crashing hostile because probably can't afford it anyway. Let's just make them spend a click to install it.
Yeah, I don't think Akko can justify spending 5 on this res just to do 2 net damage. It's a bigger chunk of your economy than it is total.
Playing reprise to bounce spin.
Oh, and the archives run.
Oh wow, that plays nuts. That rocks.
It's like, and this is the kind of thing that is like not straightforward to. And there's so many opposite points in here. Holy!
That was disgusting.
Yeah, and so this is like one of the things that is not easy to execute in JNet online play, right? Because like there's a reprise, you have a reprise in hand, and like you're just salivating, like trying to wait for the spin doctor pop, but there's no like polite way to ask if there's an action, because if you ask for action, they are gonna take the hint and pop the spin doctor straight away.
Yeah, I was gonna say technically shouldn't you have asked for action?
The only thing you can do is just chill for I don't know how long Zach waited. We can actually check in the log actually.
Oh yeah, there are timestamps.
Access hostile at 4:31. And plays reprise at 4:58. So Zach waited approximately 27 seconds, maybe 10% less than the 10% less than the time I would have waited. But
Netrunner's so cool.
I would wait 30 seconds ish. So yeah. Thereabouts. And this is of course not a particular recommendation.
It's not advice.
It's just how I am not a lawyer. I am not a lawyer. Please consult your local TO for reprise spin etiquette. But I think 30 seconds personally is very reasonable. Atsu, don't you dare red card me. Can I?
Let's see.
I can't time out. Wait, I can time out. Okay, so full disclosure, I have mod powers on Aksu's channel. I can time out like random people. Like so for example, I can time out this guy.
Are you timing out Aksu?
I can't. That's the thing. I can't time out Aksu, right? Like apparently, like these people are. I can't time out other mods and I can't time out the channel owner. That's like bullshit, actually.
Somebody in the chat says, JNet is a dexterity game. Just click faster.
Yeah.
Chinese JNet has pre-canned emotes.
Yes.
But I think what we're talking about is what kind of emotes do they have? Like actions? Something like that?
It's like action, and I know there's some very, very good ones. Like, okay, so GG is obvious. There's one very funny one, which is just boss, which is the accepted like quote for AFK for whatever reason. A lot of times it's because of boss, but if you need to step to the door for whatever, you take a bathroom break. Boss is a very, very good one. All right.
Somebody said,
a bunch of time
what a
left in the
steal.
round. Do we want to look at something else?
I am looking at table 59. It's Hiram versus BTL. I don't know if I want to see. I'm checking out their game right now. Okay, we have the go signal. This might be interesting.
All right. You can take us in whenever.
Okay. So it's a pretty... Can I just say, the two decks are interesting. You'll see once Aksu gets in here. It's table 59. It's Tier versus Opus 13. There we go.
Oh, damn. Whoa. Wait.
So it's Stealth, Hiram versus some kind of asset spam BTL.
Is this BTL just playing the core
I
set?
don't think I've seen asset spam BTL.
Is it just Gateway Elevation?
Yeah, okay, what on earth is going on here?
Yeah. Hiram is definitely a stealth build, but I don't know what's going on. There are two Maglectrics in the Hiram
okay, there's some shit going on here. Okay, wait. I need to know, is this the Zaya versus BTL?
Yeah, I think this is only core.
Learn to play deck that NSG put up, because I'm seeing a lot of very suspicious cards.
Oh, wait.
Is
it
the learn to play deck? Oh my god. That rocks, actually.
Which, as you know, famously was previewed in the...
You know what? They're winning with it, so...
You might be right. It's the Karuna.
This is very concerning. Of course, it is a standard... Wait, it is a standard legal deck, right? Rising Tide was banned.
Yes,
sorry. Cleaver was banned, therefore Rising Tide, blah, blah, blah. I think the BTL deck is completely standard legal, yes.
Man.
Off could be changed for something else. So I remember this deck had an off-road office.
I would feel real goofy losing to this.
That's true, actually. Yeah, this deck...
Oh, it could be Orbital Superiority,
Yeah, there is an Orbital, not an Imagine.
Maybe it's like It's like, I joined the biggest online Netrunner tournament with the starter deck.
Making it for the starter. We joined with the starter. NSG from On High has decreed that the starter deck is too powerful for standard legal play because it has this extremely broken card called Off-Road Office in it. You might have heard of it. It gives you 7 credits when you score it. That's actually crazy. That's crazy. And yeah, Holy Ballista Silendra. Yeah, that's another piece of evidence to add to the pile. I'm pretty sure this card got previewed in the L2P deck as well.
This is nuts.
Yeah, this is interesting to see. They're at 5 points.
Yeah, it's actually quite impressive.
Right? It's not every day we see it, but also
okay.
I've never seen it.
I need to be proven wrong, right? Opus, you need to prove us all wrong and show us that this is not the deck we think it is, because we can go credit, measure, response, and kill tier, straight up. Okay, well we last click Telo. So not a thing anymore, but you know, it'll be funny as hell. Oh no,
there's a bad thing.
no.
Oh!
There's no 3 twos in this deck. It's literally
Yes.
just above the law.
It's really like
no.
if you show me any random game with Hiram, I'm surely gonna root
I
for
really
Hiram
thought
as
it
the
was like,
underdog, right?
what's
And
that
they found
card?
the
It's a
one
3-2.
game where I'm gonna root against
Oh
Hiram.
my god. Okay, Simulchip,
What a-
look at the shortcut. If this is an agenda, you got this. I can't tell who Opus 13 is talking to, his opponent, himself, or us. Because I'm losing my shit right now.
Yes. Oh, sorry. He's just. I don't know if Opus 13 is watching. But
That says if only they'll play the 6 months. You mean like in the regular game? Yeah, I know, I know, right?
This is
That'd be
bonkers.
So clutch.
Right.
That'd
The
be
deck
so
was
clutch.
designed to get to 6 points. Oh my.
Oh my goodness.
You've done super well, even though you're using starter deck. It is starter deck.
I also fucking love Netrunner Justine.
Wow.
This
There
is
should
so
be an
cool.
achievement for this. I don't know.
There definitely should be a team.
Yes.
I'll be so
VR-cation.
impressed. Wait, holy!
We're doing
click
wild
one
stuff all over the
VR-cation.
place.
We are gaming.
This is really
And like,
gamer hours here.
and a click one VR-cation too.
It's Lunari help us round 1 and I'm losing my shit already.
This
Okay,
is...
Baker. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they've got Baker, but they don't have any
Going for it.
multi-access. I guess the theory is they wouldn't need it because they're
Nothing.
Hiram,
Nothing.
right?
Okay.
Why are you running R&D with Hiram when you
Okay,
come on now?
Okay.
What'd you pick
I have
Hiram
to
for if you're gonna
apologize
run
somewhat because
R&D
yes,
for?
the Baker and everything? We spent so much time talking about this like cause at BTL that we didn't even talk about this Hiram and like all the stealth stuff that Tia has got going on, right? Methuselah, not a console that we've seen a lot of. Although I expect in this Mega Series season we will be seeing a lot of people seeing the Methuselah art on the playmat, which is a very nice playmat.
I did. The
It is
Methuselah art's
really
really good.
nice.
There's like several
we had
VP
some-
cards I
we
would have
have
preferred. I
some
would have loved a
flyers printed 'cause
Nihilo
we're
Agent
gonna have,
Matt
like,
or
a
Lion's Mane
Tabletop
Matt.
convention next week. And
Okay.
Methuselah is one of the cards
Lethe.
there in the art of the postcard. So it's pretty
Honestly,
good.
editorial, but
But
doing an
you also
ID
see
is a massive weird one.
Touchstone.
Oh, my
Oh, Arrow
goodness.
is a spicy include.
Okay, there's no wait, Tia. You know these cards don't stack, right? Tia and
Okay.
Baker. These cards do not stack.
Yeah, what
I
is
hate
going
to-
on over here?
I have to, like, it is my duty to inform you.
Yeah,
Also, we are on
spicy.
15 credits.
Their
on
VP
Opus,
was full
and-
of bangers.
okay,
Yeah,
we-
I mean,
we
honestly,
did
there's just a
trash
lot
two
of
cards
really good
already
art
on
in
this
VP,
run, right?
totally.
So Opus, this is
a fresh card.
like technically a fresh card. Guffs up. Okay, we're up to 20 credits.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, Opus, if you're listening, okay, this may be like a slight breach, a slight breach of like what's the word? I don't know if I'm legally allowed to say this as a
Neutrality?
caster, but you know, like I know like everyone in chat is rooting for her right now, so I'm telling you, bro, you need to kill like so you have this basic action card thing, right, in the bottom left of your screen. And the runner is currently tagged, and they have a resource called Eru Ayase Persuade that lets you multi-access, which is a very powerful mechanic. Multi-access something like multiple cards from the top from centrals, which is where the agendas are, because they're definitely not in the remotes. So you need to click the trash resource button, which is lit up because the runner is currently tagged. You need to click the button, and you need to click Eru Ayase Persuade, which you may not have the chance now, because the problem right now is the runner is making an Eru run.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
What ice can this be? Second Challenger?
Ballista. Wait, they don't have a killer down.
Oh, this
I don't know what's in the heat
Oh, bullshit, bro. This is illegal.
Okay. Oh, wait, they have to SMC with 2 cards left in the deck.
Okay.
Man.
Crashing the Baker. Yeah, let's see up here.
Wait. That doesn't do anything.
Okay, after Mitch, this is
Okay.
That doesn't do anything!
We can't break this.
Where are the stealth credits?
We must stop this. Oh no! Wait.
Emily, what's happening is the best thing I've ever
wait,
seen.
fine, all this has to be
We're
ended,
watching the stream of the first round
Yeah.
since I finished my game already. The person at the bottom
No,
is using the
this is
learn
good,
to
this is
play
good, this is
starter
good.
deck,
Wait,
and they're winning.
We are winning on time. I'm pretty sure this is a win on time.
Yeah. Your runner's on 3, you're at 6, probably on time.
Okay, Opus, I'm like, I'm breaking like again. All impartiality here. Like you need, but do not no.
Why did you trash the? No.
I just if we lose on this one, I'll be so mad. Or worse, if it's a time draw. No! Oh my goodness.
Okay. We don't. No one cares. No one cares. You're fine.
Good.
Everybody
Okay,
is
draw another
rooting
card.
for Emily because of this.
Oh, we almost threw. My heart.
Oh, whoa!
Yo, this game.
I love Netrunner.
Holy
Every
crap.
single
Wait,
click that gets
so
spent
if
has
you
me
steal a
losing my
seven missions on
shit.
this run, it's a time draw.
It's a tie. Yeah, you can't score anything.
No,
Or
wait,
below.
Ooh!
5.
It's okay.
That's it.
But they're out of clicks. Okay.
Oh my
Then Opus just clicks for credit and wins. Okay.
Oh my god, we did it. All right.
Okay.
That's
Almost 13 wins on
so
time.
clutch.
Let's
That's
go.
so clutch. I don't even know what was clutch. What was the most clutch here? But we got there. I don't care what anyone in chat says. A time win is still a win.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, time win's absolutely a win. Come on now.
Okay,
I
we
don't
did
know,
it.
chat is going crazy.
All right, we're gonna close this
You
because
got
the
this,
next round's
King.
gonna be starting soon.
Oh,
What a game! Man, between my game and that reprise, everything about this first round has been sick as hell. Good gravy. God, I hope we get to play against Opus. We both won our games, so we might. Got what, a 1 in 93 chance? Yowza Bowser. Man, I think Hiram might be bad, you guys. If Hiram can't beat the learn to play starter deck, Hiram might be a bad ID. That actor image was a big misplay. But also it didn't matter. God, yeah, that's rough. Whew. Like, just cancel the event at this point. Nothing is gonna happen that's better than that. No, that's not true. What could happen that's better is that Opus 13 goes all the way. Just imagining the commentators are just going to be locked onto the Opus games for the rest of the day. I think the learn to play runner deck is what's her name, Zaya, I believe. And yes, God willing, they're doing both. Like, I kind of hope they're just a brand new player that just, well, hey, these are the decks I learned on, so I'll just use them. In which case, like, God bless winning your first round, you know? Do we have... Ooh, round 2 paired. Here we go. All right. All right, we're running versus Auco. Uh-oh. That's scary. I don't want to run versus Auco. Table 34. 34. Let's see. Can I just do a search for table 34? Okay, we don't have it yet. Auco tilts me so hard. I'm less scared of Alco in a post-Melius world, but I probably shouldn't be. Yeah, no. Alco's still got teeth, baby. Alco's still got big teeth. I'm just double checking that, like... Okay, it knows how to jump around. Okay. Nope. There we go. All right. So, okay, things to remember. Don't fucking run if if stealing a Fuji will kill me. Get Fut dead by any means necessary. Taking 2 damage off of an enemy is not the end of the world. Obviously, you gotta be careful, but don't let them stonewall you all game because you're afraid that it's in an enemy, and then, oh, it's just been a Tatu Bola. These are things that I fall for versus Auco. Buffer drive, great if we can find it. Probably not opening hand great, just because it's a bit of a brick to get down. Auco has a corp that can very easily just be rich forever, which makes the transfers a little less critical than usual. I don't know. I've had games where I have really beat the brakes off an Auco, and I've had games where Auco has just laughed at me. So I'm very... Is there a corp I'm more afraid of than Auco? PD, probably. PD, so... Yeah. I was playing on JNet this week, and people were... multiple folks, who I assume were part of the same testing group, were labbing out a PD deck that scored 0 points until turn 6, at which point they scored 7 points. And they did it from, like, 5 credits. They just, like, top down to get servers down. Every server is full of something super expensive to trash, like wage workers and cyclotron. And And then it just turned into fully op to, like, A, draw their entire deck, and B, make 1,000,000 credits. And then they just kept doing loops where they would, like, play Nano Management, Spin Doctor, shuffle the Nano Management's back, RLC to draw 2 cards, which then that's 3 operations, so Wage Workers fires, Nano Management, flood the market, score 1 train, there's another click, flood the market, score the 2nd train, and it was just, oh my god. What am I supposed to do about this? There we go. Okay. Hiding chat. See you guys in a bit. Okay, how do I feel about this hand? There's no money, and there's only a little bit of draw power. I think I dislike this hand. Obviously, Crew Charm opening hand is generally good. Solidarity Badge is more draw power technically. Hannah is good into assets. I'm just worried we're going to be floundering for money. I think we mull this. They mulled. I'm going to mull. Okay, well, we got money and we got none of the other stuff that was good. So let's hope that I was not overvaluing money. I mean, they're an assets deck. We need to trash stuff, right? Having Audrey, then we can feed the assets too. I think this is good. And they're taking a long time to think about that hand. So curious what they're looking at here. Okay. Okay. All right. We're going to gamble. We're going to Audrey. We're going to run server 1, let's say. We're going to eat a bite right away and be sad for the entire game. Hostile Architecture. What do we got? If this is a cohort, we trash it. Prania Condenser, we do not trash now. Do we trash Hostile Architecture? They have literally no money. They can't res anything. We just draw. Prania Condenser is interesting also. Just clicking for credit. I would love to find a Transfer of Wealth. Let's draw once to see if we can do it. We cannot. I think we got to take the hostile down. Don't love that. What are we afraid of this being? It could be a Bladderwort, so I'm going to click once and then run it. Cohort, okay. That was Prania Condenser, yeah, okay. So we're hurting for money. We need to fix that, and we need to fix it fast. Front company, okay. Cost 2. I'm gonna poke HQ. Another Prania Condenser, okay. I guess it's Prana, not Prania. The tilde's over the A. Is it Prania Condenser? I guess it'd be Prania Condenser, right? Is it a tilde or is that like a long vowel sign? I can't quite tell. Okay. We need to take care of front company. So I think let's poke HQ again. Mitra. Let's kill front company. And let's then without front company, we can praxis back the friend of a friend we lost. That gets us back in the game monetarily. Run server 6. We don't know what server 5 is yet, right? One of these might be the other Prana. But get out of here. They are doing the assets thing. They're really controlling our money. But we're kind of not letting them build up their board. I don't hate how this is going. It could be going better, though. Spin Doctor? Okay. They've drawn through 15 cards. There should be agendas somewhere. Although they are defending R&D. I think we chase out this Spin Doctor now while it can't protect agendas. Another front company. Okay. So if we... That makes it harder to chase up the Spin Doctor, unfortunately. Let's hope this isn't in an enemy, because I don't want to feed Alco, but we got to do something here. We can't let this stand. Okay, it is. Oh, Lion's Mane. Ooh, that was premature to res the Prana. Because now we're going to do this. We're going to do this. And we're going to kill the Lion's Mane. And now you're poor. That same Mitra. I'm going to credit. I'm going to run server 5. I kill front company. I'm gonna draw. Nuka. Okay. I would love to get our console down, but you know, with what money? They could kill this crew. They're not on heavy ice, so I'm not like crying if they do, and also they're broke. So I think we could have had a lot worse than that. I guess they do get an Alco counter out of that, don't they? I'm going to click, run the Spin Doctor. And do we put the console down at this point? It keeps us broke, but also we might find our money if we do that. Like, if we click, clear tag, we might find a strike fund, which will help us out. I guess we are not respecting the possibility that this is an end-of-the-line list. I doubt it's an end-of-the-line list. I'm curious what's in server 8. It might be the other Prana Condenser that they just put down to, like, make us waste clicks checking. They're not in a rush to res it, so I don't think we worry about it unless we start to suspect it's an agenda. We're up to 15 cards drawn, so HQ's got to be heavy. Hell yeah, exactly what we wanted. We're going to run HQ. We're going to drop this. Okay, so that's not... Unless they have 3, which would be crazy. That's not a Prana Condenser. So we should check it to see what it is. Unless, well, is it a trap? It might be a trap. Yeah, I should leave it alone. We're at almost 20 cards drawn, and we have not seen a single agenda yet. Something is going on. Wage workers. Okay. So we're going to do an install. Yeah. Do we just kill the wage workers? Can I get the Solidarity Badge in and still kill the wage workers? No, I'm going to click short. This is a weird game so far. We need to get this Solidarity Badge down. I think we... Run server 10. Worst case scenario, this is a bite. It's FUT. Shit. Okay. We're up to 22 cards drawn. We definitely expect there to be agendas at this point. There's another Spin Doctor. Hanse. Okay. Why not res the FUT? We're gonna chase out the Spin Doctor. Yep. Left 2 face downs in archives, which I find interesting. I'm gonna kill the FUT. And then I'm gonna hard call a Regenesis play here. I don't want to check archives because if it's 2 Fujis, I'm dead. But if this is a Regenesis, we can steal it. Powers that be. Oh shit, is server 8 a Regenesis? We never checked it. There we go, yep. Yep. Shit. Man, okay. That's fine. Four points isn't 7 points. We got this. Yep. Powers does put something else down, which is not great. Installed FUT. Okay, we're resing FUT. Alright. Clear the tag. Yep. When are we ever going to make enough money to sure gamble? We just got to kill FUT. I really want to be able to go on the offensive here, but it's hard to see how that's possible. A Gourmand would go crazy. We have not drawn a single Gourmand all game. Which, to be fair, we have not done a lot of drawing because they've forced us to keep trashing stuff. Okay. God. Give me a gourmand, baby. Give me a gourmand, baby. Here's what we're gonna do. Mitra, blood. Okay, we're on the board at least. Cohort. Okay. We're outgoing, so we're not regenesising this turn. Which wasn't a concern anyway, because they had no face downs in archives. Wondering if we shouldn't have mulled. That opening hand didn't have Hannah, did it? If it had Hannah, I absolutely should not have mulled. That was stupid as hell, if so. They're icing. Well, we have... Oh, shit. Go to hell. Okay. Does 2 net damage? 2 net damage. There's no reason to do that. I would love to find a transfer of wealth. Although they could probably duck it. Okay. Golly. Drop the Nuka and drop... Honestly, drop the crew. I'm so sick of looking at this Mitra I'm on, bro. We gotta go after the ice thing, because if it's a Regenesis, we lose. And they can't res anything into it, so... Fuji. Okay. They are poor. So we might be okay. Wait, oh, does this make them money? Oh, shit. Can they kill us on this? Reaper function does 2 damage. Click, click, measured kills us. We might die. Oh, shit. If we don't die, I'm feeling okay about our chances, but very strong chance we simply die. Oh, they don't have to click, click, right? They've got cohort. This is where we're like getting into counting influence. That's like 3. We saw wage workers, which is another 3. They've got plenty for at least 1 measured. And the Pranya would combo with measured, wouldn't it? Because you can save up the damage to measure you later. Hybrid, yeah. Which goes crazy with powers that be. That's presumably Mitra Amon. No. Why would it be Mitra Amon? You have a strong ice on HQ already. You wouldn't want to swap it. You paid a lot of money for that Boto. They're doing a good job of just giving us too many things to deal with. Okay. Here's what I'm thinking. If we clear the tag, I think we just clear the tag and Eru run. Yeah, because they might even take some of it with Pranya. Okay. Yeah, with this hand especially, yes. So we do this, we put you down, we will gain 2 credits, you will do 2 damage, hopefully hit a steel skin. Fuck yes, dude. We're going to dump this to make sure we can afford to trash things that we see. And show me a 2-pointer. Oh. Yeah, kill it. Wage workers, shit. Okay. Then let's check what they hid behind the ice. What does Reaper function cost to trash? Because this might suck. Two. Okay, no, we're fine. It's a Mitra. So you're just trying to be mean to me. Trying to be mean-tra to me. Anemone. Hit the other steel skin, please. It'd be really funny. You did not. We take the damage no matter what, so I think we should just hit the steel skin. Yes. Thank goodness. I guess jack out. We're not getting measured, because if they could have measured us, they would have done it last turn. And we know what they're drawing into. I'm wanting to check archives. I'm wanting to check these other 2 servers. Archives, I think, is the bigger check. But we got to kill Front Company first. They have enough money now that I don't think they can duck a transfer, which will put us in the black money-wise for the first time all game. That could be an Anoetic Void on HQ. I'm trying to think of what else you would even put there. Ganked. I guess it could be ganked. Interesting. So I assume that's another Mitra to refresh this anemone. Okay. So we're going to get some money and cards. Where you been all my life, beautiful? Do we just do an Eru run, or do we transfer? Because Eru can get Hannah down. I think we transfer. What do we trash? Devil Charm and Audrey. If that's an Anoetic, make them use it. Yeah. It's a Mitra, so they're gonna Anemone. They might Pranya. How does Pranya work? It's 2 for each hosted, so we should think about trashing that. It's getting pretty beefy. Oh, does 2... Oh, no, 1 damage for each hosted. Okay. So we are going to have to start respecting that. Okay, didn't hit anything I really cared about. We're encountering. Trash the other Audrey. Breach. There's no way you duck 14 credits, so we're finally going to have cash. Put Hannah down. Is there something this wage workers can do to us this, like, in the next 2 turns that we care about all that much? I think the answer is no. So I think we don't trash that. We're going to Hannah the front company. Breach. Pay 2. Okay. Manuel's in the trash, right? Yeah, he is. Things I want to check. I want to check this. I want to check server 18. I want to check the trash. I want to check R&D. That's 3 things. I have 3 clicks. I really wish we had Manuel, but I don't know that we're getting Manuel. Do we draw with Nuka and then crack Hannah? I think we do. Didn't get what I cared about. That's fine. Let's check here. We just need 2 points to win. We're so close. If there's a Reaper function around, Pranya can kill us, so if this turns up bust, I think we need to worry about that. There's the last Spin Doctor. Okay. Makes sense. Hey, okay, 1 point. 1 point. Whoo! That was a squeaker. I'm not sure why they didn't pop Spin Doctor. I almost asked them if they wanted to, but I kind of sat there and waited a minute. I think I'm in the clear. Good golly. Alco's so scary. Man, oh man. Well, that's 1 win on both sides so far. So, feeling good. Report pairing. Runner win. Okay. Hannah just... I needed Hannah so much sooner in that game. This is such a different game if I've got Hannah. I was shitting myself when they scored that Regenesis. Which they're definitely trying to regen out to finish the game. That's why Spin Doctor's down. No money first turn would have not been great in this game either, though. Yeah, no, I needed... Like, I was so broke the entire time. Imagine if we were 4 credits shorter than we were this whole game. I think we just don't keep up. Yeah. Because what that realistically translates to is we don't trash the hostile, and they get a few extra points of damage out of the hostile, and that hurts us all game long. because then we're wasting clicks drawing, we're wasting clicks clicking. Who knows what we would have drawn into? But yeah, I think we made the right mulligan choice. I just wish we'd found Hannah faster. I thought about putting extra Hannahs in because even though she's unique, you can like do some stuff. Like I have had turns where you just abuse Praxis and Hannah to like cycle through and get like a 6, 7, 8 click turn. I guess yeah. Because you can do a Hannah run, trash Hannah. So now that's 2 extra. We're up to a 6 click turn. Praxis, get Hannah back, do a Hannah run, trash Hannah. That's now an 8 click turn. I took apart a PD in a really fun game where I just had 3 Praxises in hand, and I just truly went down the line and just deleted every server they had all in one turn. It was really fun. So like having a second Hannah would not be a crazy idea in this deck. Especially if I think the Seb nerf has people believing in assets more. I've been seeing more Epiphany around. I played a game last night against somebody with an asset spam Nebula deck. People think asset stocks are up because I think they think the natural predator of assets is down and out. So a Hannah to really like help with that, because here's the thing. Yes, Seb has a lot of tools to help with assets. We just saw this game, right? It was down to the goddamn wire. Like, I don't think he's an auto win against assets the way people talk about him being. He just has tools to deal with it. Let's go back to the stream. Let's see if Opus is doing anything else cool.
You just get rich quicker. You can res all of your ice, and none of them get crashed.
Yes, yeah, exactly. That's the, I think, part of the reason why Zwicky seems better now. And I think the other thing is the de facto popular Anarch deck, right? Lu is like teching to be able to deal with 4 strength code gates with no problem whatsoever. 5 strength code gates with a little bit of effort.
I do like how
if you leech
even
and
the
Constantator, but 6
runner
strength
split
code
is.
gates, that's a different story altogether.
Also, even the corpse split is closer to even than I would have
it really
expected.
is a problem. Like when we talked about Toxin earlier, like the 5 strength code gates, right? The 6 strength, it becomes so much more expensive for them to run. Even if you give them like 1 bad pub, they're still paying an extra 2 credits for the buzzsaw just to get through a Toxin.
I'm kind of surprised BTL's out.
You're gonna take that deal
ranking Nuvum. I haven't played any Nuvum,
and
but
I think
Nuvum seems really strong.
I'm just very curious to see like whether anyone's going to go to the extent of taking in like more strength modification, like some cards that we've seen in the past that Corps have played. Next activation command +2 for a turn. That's really quite significant. I don't know if anyone's even enough of a sickle to play Rhyme of all things, right? But in the ice stacks that Zwicky likes to run, I can see the strength boost being like quite significant at times. And again, right, the runner loses 1 credit on the sub. You can't pay bad pub for that anymore. It's a real deduction, right? It's technically a buff.
Well, the goal, as a reminder,
Chao has become like a better card right now.
5 wins. We're already at 2 wins, and
but
we have 8
also,
rounds. So.
when you think about it, like how
Doing
many
okay.
of these decks are playing Tharos?
That's a good question.
Because we also see Essa is 3rd most popular deck right now. Essa, notoriously good at dealing with like 6 strength ice, but like when you have a Tharos with triple advancement counters, you are not getting into that server. Even Lu struggles with that. Mostly hot.
Technically, Essa can break Tharos for 1 credit. It just involves you going to 0 maximum hand size for it.
Yeah. You just need to have 24 credits after.
Yes. Notoriously, Sokka, our 2-time former, well, current not our current world champion, but our two-time world champion, right? Notoriously played a rhyme in his world's winning BTL list as SR Tech, just to be able to get the Pharos to 11 strength, so that the SR will have to kill themselves in order to break it.
Yeah.
An extremely funny interaction. You can break a Pharos for one turn and then you die.
Right? Like, Pharos is becoming. I don't know. I've been a believer of Pharos for a bit.
It is
but
it is definitely like a strong ice when you like invest into it. The problem is whether the runner gives you enough time to invest into it. And like the other problem is mostly hard. The most popular runner is on this card called Reprise.
And they're
this
packing
card,
like not
if you
just
have
one
not
copy of it.
eaten, if you have not eaten a reprise, like reprised a Pharos and like ran HQ and stolen a Basalt and bounced another card, it's like you have not lived. Like that's like better than sex.
Like, and if you see like the mostly hot lists now, they run more than one copy of Reprise. So it's not just, oh, it's one tech card. You don't play around it. No, but now they have like 2 copies. I don't know if somebody's sicko enough to run 3 copies, but it's now something that will happen in a game because you chew through your entire deck.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I think that really creates like this interesting way of like how the corps adapt. Because yeah, you can be good against Anarchs, but you get beaten by Muslihat, or are you going to tech against Muslihat? And now you get beaten by Anarchs.
And okay, I mean, we don't obviously have the numbers here, but I will
just say, I'm just reflecting on what we've had so far. Had a just gorgeous, squeaky clean Corp game. Then I just won a Seb game versus Auco. Whatever happens the rest of the day, feel like I've availed myself pretty well in these first 2 rounds. I am so far very happy with my performance. I have been in a real I've been in the "it's so over" part of the we're so back, it's so over cycle in the past week or so. I've just been eating a lot of losses on JNet. I don't know if it's just a lot of sharks prepping for this / for Mega Cities or what, but I've been like, oh god, am I even any good at Netrunner? Am I even any good at anything? And you know what? I think I can say after these 2 games, I'm okay at Netrunner.
Zaibatsu loyalty is stronger because like very few cards are strong enough to force a functional errata. Why are you also quiet? You know I'm right.
I've never played this card in the past.
Right? Like I don't think you go to Zaibatsu loyalty.
Zaibatsu loyalty.
Not what are you doing?
The real OG maneuver.
Check the NRDB link. What are you doing?
Bro, that's wait, that's not NRDB. Bro, there's no NRDB here.
Was it? What?
That's the fucking.
That was the
that's the trash reboot one.
That's crazy, actually. I've never seen that before.
Heaven to trash. What?
Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah. You see, you look at this. No, I don't think any other card has an interrupt race. I don't think any card in the game has an interrupt race.
The real OG, like.
My current JNet today because I feel great playing Corp and I suck ass as runner. I can't tell if it's me or the state of the meta. Now, see, you phrased that in a very self-deprecating way, so this is going to sound meaner than I mean it to, but it's probably a little bit of both. The meta is definitely Corp favored right now, and also runner's really hard, even a strong runner is going to struggle. All else being equal, I think Corps are 55-45 favored. So, you're going to lose more runner games than Corp games. That is definitely... Well, I'm not going to bother pulling up real JNet to look at my stats. I have been I think a couple months ago, I was like 80 wins away from hitting a 50% win rate with Runner, finally. I'm at like 49%. And I have just spent the past month ping-ponging between like 40 to 50 wins. Like, I'll have a good winning streak, and then I'll have a terrible losing streak. And I think I am technically making forward progress, but it's real slow forward progress.
Printing, its current printing has been unerrated, so it should be as printed now.
Sure, then sadly, yeah, power shutdown wins.
Yeah, I think it's shut down. Like this card is like not balanced. It breaks the rules like in so many ways.
Oh, power shutdown's nuts. Are you kidding me?
Okay, you want to talk about cards that don't do anything? Sacrificial clone.
I
Holy
mean,
shit!
A boss is like actively worse.
What do you mean actively worse?
It's so bad.
This card does.
No, like
it
sacrificial.
does something.
No, sacrificial clone at least is like kill protection.
It's kill protection, but you lose the game anyway because what the fuck are you gonna do after you don't die?
Click for credits like 5 turns.
Okay, continue. Yes.
Yeah, and a boss like loses to the game when you put it in into your deck.
Show me in the comp rules where it says that, bro.
I need like 5 minutes to inspect element into it, but
yeah, Bossie's cool in concept.
Element. Yeah, BRB opening new tab. Yeah, but Abasi, I mean,
yeah, especially when it has to compete with Buzzsaw. Like, come on now.
But you know, in a world where people are only playing gear check code gates, it's like honestly like fine.
Yeah.
Unluck.
I would vote for Abasi as well.
Holy.
I can just click Martian for Martians and like go next.
Yeah, I mean, I really like inject, but M4M, I got M4, I got Master Martians played against me today. It wasn't even Eternal. I was playing quick draft against devs, and I was playing Argus, and he took like 3 tags, and I was like, damn, I hope this guy doesn't realize I don't have any tag punishment in my deck whatsoever. And then he played Master Martians. I was like, shit, I've been tagged against in quick draft. But yes, what card is stronger? Upayoga. I've never read the text on this card before, so I'm just going to say Nebula.
No, Upayoga is actually a really good Mati eyes.
Sorry?
No, like Mati. You like, wait, is this one? No, never mind. I thought this was a different one. I thought it was a different one.
What do you think it does?
I thought it was a different one.
Yeah, I mean, you compare that when when you play an operation, you gain 1 credit and flip it at the end of turn. That's not even close, bro.
Okay, yeah, Upayoga is pretty bad.
Yeah.
So it's 3 to rest, that Nebula just isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're pressing Nebula for 9? It's fucking Joe.
What?
Who is
what
resing
what,
Nebula
what card
for
are we talking about? I thought we were talking about the ID.
Huh?
No, not Nebula the Ice.
Oh, psh. I mean, honestly,
it's so better.
Either way, Upayoga is still a dog card. You know, I'm still picking. I'm going right.
I'm putting a tie.
No shot, bro. Nebula does something.
Oh.
Yo, best crim ID in standard.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Nah.
It won it like scammed 2 districts. Who cares?
One person cares. I can tell you exactly who.
In a non-competitive region, nonetheless.
Non-competitive, bro? We're talking about the highest beans per capita in the world?
Maybe.
You know?
Maybe.
Possibly. Yeah? Like, bro, deep rate. I can't believe it. This is a discussion.
No, deep rate is like actually pretty bad.
You stop stalling for content and click S, bro. What are you doing?
Why does it pick so bad?
Melange. I think it's Melange.
Melange
right?
actually
Like-
wins you the game in like if you play corset draft or something.
Yeah, I mean, you rest this and you click 7 times, and like the runner's like, oh shit, shit, shit. Like let's not talk about like how many. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Hey folks, sorry about that. I have got to figure out what is going on with my computer. Ever since I have installed Linux Mint on here, it will just intermittently crash like that. I have read that it might have to do with the fact that I can't seem to get a graphics driver that works properly on it, which is not good. Like, it's just got like a default like homebrew like open source one. Anytime I try to install an official NVIDIA driver, the computer becomes completely unusable. Like, I can barely use it well enough to uninstall the driver. I need to do some more research, figure out how to fix that. Yeah. Let me jump on Bisquick real quick, let people know the stream's back, since round 3 is going to be starting any minute now. Looks like all the games have finished, so they should be posting the pairings very soon here. There's a break after this round where I'm gonna try and sneak a quick nap before jumping in for round 4. Pairings are up. I would love to play Corp. Yes, I'm playing Corp. Hell yeah. Alright. Tournament. New game. Corp. Table 5. Metronome. Okay. Everything good? Everything good. Yep. Select my deck. Table 5 is a very low table number. I mean, if there's, what, 186 people playing, so you divide that in half, so 93 people won the first round. So 46, 47 people are still undefeated. My beautiful wife just gave me a little smooch. Like, we're gonna start hitting a point where we're running into some real card sharks. And that's gonna get real scary. Oh man, Opus 13, who is in fact playing Zaya, so I think they're using both starter decks. I just checked their standings. They did lose round 2, unfortunately. I'm glad they got their big hype moment on stream. That rocks so hard. All right, here we go. Oh wait. Oh wait, did I miss? Shit. Yeah, I did. Swap. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, how do we feel about this hand? It's got money, it's got draw, it's got a gourmand. I think we keep it. It's just one of those things where, like, I mean, hey, the more corp you play, the better your odds, right? Do we keep this? Golly, golly, golly. This is, like, right on the edge. Gonna go ahead and hide chat. Ugh. I don't like having this in opening hand. I don't like having this opening hand. Like, this is just going to be a brick all game long until I get it down, and it might never matter. I like having this, though. I like having... I think we mull. Okay. I think this is a trade-up. Turn 1, if we friend, pop friend for Nuka, and then Nuka draw. That leaves us with 1 click to either clear the tag or play one of our 6 cards. I think that's the play. Depend a little bit on what they do, but I think that's the right move. Not feeling confident, I will admit. Alright. I think we just do this. We could have cleared the tag and dropped a backup Audrey. Okay, that sure looks like a Lacoste Charlotte. That looks like a Lacoste Charlotte guarded by a Void or a Ganked. We probably have to challenge that. Okay. I think you trashed this to stop me from getting Audrey food. Okay. How bad is this? Boy, oh boy. What's the worst that could be? If it's a Lion's Mane on a Ganked, then we get hit for 2, pay 3, and jack out. We can't get hit for 2 because we'll... Yeah, so I think we have to do this. Which I don't love doing. We just installed that, Hannah. But we have these, so we can get her back. Empiricist. Yeah, we'll trash this and this. We'll gain the money. Break up to 2 subs. All the net damage. Let the broken sub fire. And then I think we have to jack out. Well, yeah, we have to jack out. They spent a lot of money on that, so not as mad about it as we could be. Yep. Yep. This is where Justine's suggestion that maybe we need pinholes is a good call. I think I will experiment with that because Melius is pretty brutal. Okay. That's the thing about Melius. Oh, hey, we got their money down. Remember how they started this turn on 3 credits? Well, they're in Cloud Eater territory, and they still have a click left. Yeah, okay. Okay. Here's the thing. We could have tanked the Empiricist on the Ganked, but then they, like, unleash and kill us, right? Nah, yeah, we couldn't have done it. And now they're at 15 credits, yeah. Like, I got no place to complain. I'm leveraging this same evil in my deck. But this is evil. I kind of think Lacoste Grid's a problem. It's just so much value, and it's so hard to trash. Shit, okay. This. Yep. So presumably they either threw out an agenda or they have an agenda in HQ. God damn it. Teeny. No, let it fire. I think we're eating our first loss of the day on this one. I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, if I'm in this position, just purge. Just purge. You have all the time in the world. You can just sit there and make money. I just had to pay a pretty hefty price to get this one counter, and you can just take it away from me again, you know? I can't make you care about my board currently. So I don't think they need to worry about anything. Just make sure I stay locked out. IMO. Okay. Agendas exist, they're real and they're strong, and they're my friend. You've gone through 20 cards. We expect like 3 to 4 agendas to be in play. There's only one face down in Archives. You have not spun anything back. HQ is heavy as hell. We just got to get into HQ. A transfer of wealth would go crazy right now. Yep, you're going to start trying to score. Just thinking about whether you do it this turn or next. Yep, okay, there it is. This is a Regenesis, I think. I think that face down is a Fuji. Because you put something down and then you immediately iced. I might be totally misreading. I think let's draw once. I don't hate that. Let's run our Chiefs. Ooh, okay. What did we lose? Praxis and Rising Tide. I wanted that Rising Tide, so that's unfortunate. No. I think... God. I think we just rip it. This counter's too precious. Hey, we hit exactly what I wanted to trash anyway. Show me a Fuji. No, you won't because of fucking Alco. Right, of course. Not Alco, Melius. The good news is we stopped the Regenesis play. The bad news is we are just as fucked as we were at the start of this turn. Yep. 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 Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Botulus is not bad. Put Botulus on like a teeny. That gives us something. We can at least start trying to build something here. I'm wrong. Fuck, I have never been correct. Yowza bobowza. There's a crew, finally. I should have buffered that. It was Audrey food. That was a mistake. Oh well. We can start mounting some kind of counteroffensive next turn, finally. My hope, my prayer, is that they've overcommitted on the remote and we can start harassing HQ. What did Spin Doctor put back? Charlotte and Hanse. Okay. Then HQ should still be pretty heavy. Let's think this through. We need to get crew down to break the unresed ice on HQ. We can spend an Audrey counter because Gourmand's going to refund it. So that's install, run. So we have time to draw once. Not a transfer, which is what I was hoping for. We have time to run this Spin Doctor to force an unfiltered draw. We have time to install a crew. We have time to install HQ. To run HQ, rather. We break this for free, which gets us a Taylor counter. Enemy, okay. Do we crew this? Oh, Manuel, come on, don't take that from me. I really wanted that. I really wanted to install that here. Ugh, that sucks. That really sucks. Frustratingly, I think we have to crew it. Have we? Oh god, we've fully lost our console. We are in a bad position. We've lost this game. We cannot afford to crew this. They've got too much big ice. We lost Botulus, another thing I needed to keep. Manuel is such a bad hit. Mitra, we got nothing for it after all that. We need the draw. Getting kind of haunted by Mitra Amon today. I maybe should have left Manuel, but... Longevity. Okay, R&D is no longer heavy. The game is now in R&D. Yep. Only one unseen. Oh, no, you're just trying to force the win. Yeah. Is there a world in which I don't just eat shit here? I think no is the short answer. Okay. We gotta try something. These are structured in a really annoying way. Oh, eat my entire asshole. Quit, don't pull my moves on me. Don't you pull my moves on me. Okay, I mean... Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, we can't do anything in time. So, you win. Yep. That was rough. That was rough. Yeah. Catching up on chat. 4 trash costs is so much. Yeah, the coast is just rough. Ray, my dumbass forgot and slept in. How you doing so far? Been doing really good until this game. We've been 2-1. Yeah. Like, I can't be too mad. 2-1's not a bad record. Some kind of ban. Ban. Anyway, let's get out of here, and yeah, let's see. Four cards in a remote that don't seem right or honest, yeah. That was almost certainly like an Anoetic Void and 2 copies of Ganked. Yeah, like I said, 2-1. I could be going a lot worse, for sure. That was a corp win. Well, like I said, there's going to be a break after round 3 here, so I'm going to stretch my legs a little, maybe close my eyes for a little bit, and I will be back with the next leg of the Summer Showdown in, I think it's like an hour from now. So I'll see you then. Bye! I said bye, but I didn't have the stop stream ready. Here we go. Bye for real now.